Hello, hello, good morning, happy Tuesday. Hope that you've all had a great day, and I think I'm doing fine. Zilby's not here, so no reason for Zilby Cam. Diablo, hello. Asitsu, hello. How are you both doing? I went out last night and hung out with a friend and mentor at his favorite local bar, and stayed out a little bit past my bedtime, so I'm a little bit Uh, I'm a little bit tired. You're staring at Vim, and you suspected staring back. Yes, but can you quit and save slash not save it, depending upon your desires? That is that is the real question with Vim. That's the tutorial. Uh, let's see. We are currently working. You met somebody that uses ZZ unironically. I used ZZ for years, many years. Uh, that was when I was a sysadmin, and it was mostly because like I used just plain vanilla Vim. So if I wanted to switch to a different file, I just ZZ'd, switched to a different file, opened that up, and went from there. So yeah, I used it all the time. Now it was not to quit out of him. It was actually part of work. When I wanted to quit without saving, like you know the trick. Colon Q bang. All right. So today we're continuing to work on the LMS, and this is the component that we're going to be making. I realized that I don't have a component like this. The hero that I have would need some significant work to make this what I expect. So I think we're just going to make this as a brand new component. Used Vim for 25 years and you've always used WQL. Yeah, like ZZ is just a shortcut to do the colon WQ, no bang. Just like write and quit, like just to get out of here. Save and exit. And because that's easier, I would just use that. You're fed up, Asitsu. Oh no. You were given a WordPress site to deploy, and the code is shockingly bad, so you have to fix everything yourself. I'm so sorry. Oh, the WordPress sites. Yeah, I've worked. I have not worked with WordPress as a agent, as a um what is the right word? Consultant, freelancer. I've never had to do that. I've always sort of like worked for other companies. I have worked on WordPress sites, but it was for like actual businesses or just dinking around with it myself, and everything was fine. Everything was fine there. Uh, but yeah, I can imagine like if you're given a WordPress site from just somebody else. Yeah, WordPress. Are they still based on really old PHP or have they upgraded? Because last time I looked at WordPress, they were like PHP 5 behind the scenes in the back end. And that was a nightmare to use. That turned me off of PHP for a very long time when I used it. Can't use PHP 8 or your site breaks. You're stuck on 7.4. At least 7.4 is a lot better than 5. It is like much better. That being said, I mean, for all the hate that PHP gives, it has been improving at a really good speed recently. So if you left PHP because it sucked at 5, check it out again. The features that they have is quite surprising. They still have a lot of problems, like only one data structure. The the array, but that's that's something that's going to take a while for PHP to get over. The minimum requirement is now 7.4 with a strong preference for 8. I think 7.4 is now the minimum supported version, if I remember. December 14th, they updated. I know that because we shut down a server rather than update it to 7.4. Okay, so that is neither here nor there. Let's dive into this. So this is the target of what we're going to be trying to make today. To be building this learning management, sort of like this is a LMS promo. So we can see that it's going to consist of a title, some text, and a media. So I think in this one, it's most likely going to be a video, and it could be like maybe a trailer for the entire site. So probably something from YouTube. I think I have all the subcomponents part of this. This is going to be a module. So let's jump into here. Hey, copy with styles. Copy a selection with option or alt command C to include styles such as colors and fonts. Okay, I don't think I ever want to do that though. Let's reset you. Okay, so we're in YCL. Let's trunk serve. And over here, we will vim it. Okay, so in source, modules, I want to create a new one. This is an LMS promo, I believe. Yeah, the code is the file is created. I don't know why it didn't find this. Okay, so let's see if Rest Analyzer is working here. So far, so good. We are almost definitely going to require props for something like this. So all right, derive. We need to derive properties, partial, equal, probably that. Things that we absolutely know we're going to take in. We need a title. This is going to be it's a attribute value. I keep on forgetting the name of this. I just usually remember the value or the attribute part, but then that's enough. That's enough to help me out. Attribute values are really cool in Vue and in Yew. I'm sort of sad that I missed this when I was doing my course on Yew. They're much better than strings because they're a little bit easier and cheaper to clone. So that way is they're going to be a lot faster if you use them. All right, so we have that. We also have the description, which is also another attribute value. And then we have a media link. So I could have this be a child, specifically I wonder if I could do this with children with props. To say specifically what this is. I've not successfully used that yet. I keep on trying and like run into problems. So we would have children. It wouldn't be children. This would be the media. But if I make this just generic children, then it's going to free me up to do whatever I feel like inside of it. So this almost then becomes a slot. If you're familiar with Vue or any kind of front end framework that uses slots, this now is like, hey, whatever you want to put inside of it, You have to define it outside of here, but it can be whatever you want, which is nice. It could be media, or we can do a video. Sorry, it would be video or image. I should I do I don't know which one I want to do. Maybe I'll just do children. Children with props would define it as a single component, and I don't want that. I could do children with props and like do an enum of components, but I don't necessarily know I want to lock it down that much either. Okay, so we do that. Then we're going to have our function component. This is going to be a BB LMS promo. Okay, so you'll be happy, and I believe we can start pulling this in right now and using it. I don't necessarily want this has to have media. So I think requiring media is going to be fine for this. Okay, so I wonder if it would be like I wonder if I can split the screen to make it a little bit easier for us to develop here. Let's try that. So if I do pane split right, I want to vim have a different file for this. So this is gonna be in prototypes, pages. Oh wait, have we created this? Yeah, we have LMS promo. Okay, so we've created you. I want you to have that container. So we're gonna delete until that. Okay, so okay, I wanna pull this in and use it too. So use create module. Oh, I exited modules. MS promo. MS promo. Okay, so you need a title. So we need to say title equals, what are we thinking here? We're thinking just learning management. Okay. I wonder if I need to give a title level too. That might make sense. So we'll need a pub title level. It's going to be a BB title level. Okay, so we'll do the title level here. BB title level. We can make this a 1 here because this is going to be the only thing on this page for right now. So that should be fine. Also, I should probably spell title level properly. Okay, title level. Next up, we have description. This is going to be what that copy that I just deleted without thinking about it earlier. All right, so this is I mean, I guess I could use the lorem ipsum, but the general idea is this would be like a sales type thing. So the Brooks builds learning management system is a custom platform to help you learn the programming. I guess like learn the skills that you need to learn to get to where you want to go in your engineering career. Very nice and like salesy. Okay, so we have title description, title level. Media would be next. Media is going to be a component itself. So what that usually looks like is oftentimes I'll do something like create a function for this. So pub function. Actually, this can be an internal function. So function media. I don't necessarily know this needs to return anything, but this is going to return HTML. We're going to have HTML. Let's see, I have a BB video. Let's see if we can open BB YouTube video. There we go. So let's actually come over here and open that up. This is going to be a YouTube video. Okay, so we're going to have a source. Interesting. I completely forgot what the source needs to look like. Oh, that's going to be fun. Let me find a YouTube video. I'll look over it in this other browser over here. Sure, I can grab the trailer. Oh, hey, stop. Don't play. Where's, okay, I can go into you. Okay, don't play the video. Don't play the ad. I'm not logged in the browser, so it's giving me all the stuff. Okay, so it's probably the share link. So I do the share link. I wonder if this would be enough for that. Okay, so we put you in source. Okay, title. Title is required. Title is going to be introduction to u.rs. Okay, so we can align it. I don't know if I need the align text. I don't know if we need to align that. We might need to. We can set width, which is going to be 560 or 315. So we can try this. This should be the bare minimum of what we need. So if I save you, I know, you're upset because you're missing this, right? Yeah, no method name field. Okay, so then we have media equals, and then we call media like that. Now you're upset. No field, media on type. Really? Wait. I thought we had a field. This is LMS promo. Yeah, we have media right there. Okay. What's wrong? No field title on type, nothing. What? Is it because this doesn't have anything in it? Okay, so hold on. Let me We'll just do this. Hi. Jono, hello. Welcome. No, I am not gonna rickroll you. Rickrolls, ironically enough, will get muted slash removed slash claimed. So, at least real ones. I've heard that the community has moved to a different system. Like instead of that rickroll, it's a new one. I didn't pass the props to the component. Did I not? I thought I'm passing the props right here to the component. I'm not accidentally closing it right here. Closing it here. And it's saying, oh, you're okay. You're right. You're exactly right. I did not call the props from the component. Okay. That would do it. So now let's come in here, resave you. You're happy. Everybody's happy. Okay. So we have our media, we have all that stuff. If we come back to you, we have hi. Okay. So that's good. Let's head back into here and sort of see what we want to see. We want to use this as a sort of a hero type thing. Game stylist, hello. How are you doing today? Okay, so we have that. I want a why choose Vim instead of VS Code? So we did use VS Code for quite a while on this channel. I'm switching over to Vim, like mostly as an experiment, mostly because I used Vim a long time ago for many, many, many years. So I have all of the like, Vim is not unfamiliar to me. I'm not the fastest person with it, but I never was the fastest person with VS Code either. And then there's just little things with like Rust Analyzer that was driving me crazy with VS Code, and having like they just seems to work just as well as when it was working the best in VS Code here. So I'm happy. Plus, also I get to use the something like Zealage here to give me all these windows. So I'm happy with all those things. Plus, also I get the street cred. Oh, you followed the ECS course? Awesome. Thank you very much. Hopefully it was helpful. And did you end up? Have you used it? Like the thing that you're making? Have you built anything with it? Let's see. I want to go look up. Used to call VS Code the WordPress of editors back when you used Atom. It grew on you, but you don't think WordPress ever will. Fair, fair. It's hard to call WordPress the WordPress of something and then have that sound good. The most imp thing that I'm not able to do, oh, how I made that demo. Those were live streams, so I didn't actually. Oh, you commented on a video and I didn't reply? I'm sorry about that. I usually see the comments and I'm able to reply to them. So if I didn't see that, I'm so sorry. Let me see if I can find see if I can find it. Give me a second. I have to search through YouTube, not logged in, because I forgot to log in. So builds, ECS. So I had a, let's see, I had a learning how to create ECS. I think it was part of this playlist. I want to say. So the thing that's going to be a little bit weird is that I recreated the ECS 3 times total. I created one first to to use an ECS, and then I created an ECS to like play around with it and learn a little bit more and practice for the course and like prepare for the course. And then I did one for the course. So I created 3 ECSs. They're pretty much the same, but subtle differences between them all. So I sort of dialed in on what I wanted. Where's my playlist button? How can I search? I want to search for ECS. Okay, so that's just a video. I want the playlist. How can I search playlist? Playlist, created playlist. I guess I'll just do a text search. ECS. Where did you find it? And then the last one. Oh, okay. And then did I use it? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I created a flocking simulator with it. That's what I did. Okay, let me find. Come on. Nope, nope, nope. How do I get the link to the playlist here? Come on. Why are you finding like 10 more things now? There it is. View the full playlist. There we go. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I eventually got there. But so that playlist is me first. Like, so you might have to dig around and look at the video titles to find it. They're full live stream archives of me first building the ECS system from scratch to sort of learn how to do it before the course, and then I built a flocking simulation, which is the same flocking simulation that you actually see here. So that like all those little voids that are going around, that was actually built in those streams. So hopefully that helps. Um, oh, is that the triangle demo you're thinking about? Yeah, those are all the voids. All right. Hopefully that helps out. Okay, so for this, I'm using Bootstrap behind the scenes. So let's go to Bootstrap. We're using the latest version. Yep. Okay, we have docs. I want some kind of hero. Which actually I don't think they have a hero in here, do they? No. In examples, we have heroes. We can investigate how they build these. So something like this. They're just using like divs here with like px4s, pys. Okay, that's all fine. You want to make a game engine, so learning Rust first. Oh, good luck with that. I have never made like a full game engine myself. The closest I've come is to going through the what was it? It was the game programming patterns book and implementing those in Rust, which was a lot of fun and learned a lot of good things. Okay, so it's just going to be a div like that. Nope, don't increase that one. Increase this one. And I don't necessarily need to use a div. I can use a container or I can just use a div. That'll be fine. And center the text as well. Okay. So I mean, if I take this, actually, are you? Oh, this is visually hidden. So this is that first one. So I can edit as HTML, copy the entire lot of you, head back into here. What I've noticed for copying and pasting examples like this, uh, come to the very like come to the far left, paste these in. It still is like trying to screw up the formatting on this. I was hoping that would work. Okay, so you're like that. Now I visually edit you and tab you in like that. Okay. That's, I think, as good as we're going to get right now. I can, what's the command to full screen you? There we go. Okay, so we have div class, px4, py5. This is going to be fine. Now, py5 gives me some room up above it. I think that's going to be fine. Oh, any good way to learn more efficiently? The most efficient way to learn that I know of feels the slowest, but basically removes like relearning. That's going to be to build something first as you go along. Take sort of like notes on like what mistakes and like what problems you're working with, and then keep those examples around so you can reference them. And so repetition of like building and burning, building the same things, and then teaching that like instantaneously. As soon as you learn the thing, turn around and teach it to somebody, which might be a teaching like just writing a blog post, or it could be pretending to teach, like just getting online and like not actually teaching anybody, but talking as if you are. That will solidify it in your brain. Edible Monad, welcome. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, raiders. Edible Monad, what were you working on today? How can I can copy your name? Go there. Looks like. Oh, it doesn't show. Are you working on your website in Next.js? Is that web development and that kind of stuff? That looks fun. Awesome. Okay, Next.js. I have not used Next.js or Post CSS. How are they? How are you enjoying them? Also, thank you for the raid. I will pop a follow for that. And if any of you are interested in those technologies, here's a link to the Edible Monads channel. So we are today working on a component library. This is a component library written in Rust. So if you're unfamiliar with Rust, Rust is a programming language that was originally written by Mozilla. You may have heard about it in the news of being like, this big like systems language that is for, rewriting libraries that like Amazon and Microsoft have. But it also has the ability to compile to WebAssembly, which means we can use it in the front end. So this is using a framework called Yew.rs, and we're building a component library that we're going to use in a project later for it. And this is sort of what it looks like. Ignore the terrible Bootstrap code that I just threw in here, but I can take in properties. I can define a component, and then I can just use that component somewhere else with HTML inside of Rust. It's very React-like. So if you're familiar with React, this is actually pretty easy to get into. There's also an ability to do CSS in Rust, although I don't do that too much with this because I do have a global CSS file with Sass that I'm using, And if I need to, I'll do a little bit of that here and there. Otherwise, I'll just use one of those. Looks like MUI. I've not used MUI. I've heard of it. And I've heard good things, but I've never used it. Personally, I still like the big frameworks, but that's probably just like showing my age. Like I like having that like framework for me. They're slower though because they all run in the front end. They're not like tiny little page at a time that are loading blazingly fast. They're sort of like this. But I do believe for larger apps, something like um, Angular, React, Vue, Yew, they're the best. They're the best for really large apps because they're apps and they have frameworks to sort of help you with data management and state and running it back and forth. You've been avoiding using Yew for a while because Wasm wasn't ready performance-wise when you checked. How is it doing now? I mean, so it's still not great, but it also depends upon what you're trying to do. So, um, its performance is like as long as you're not doing like in like an insane amount of things, performance is indistinguishable. But because you are trying to control the DOM from Rust code from Wasm, and Wasm can't actually control the DOM right now. That all happens via some glue code that's written by the framework in JavaScript. So that's the reason why it's a little bit not fast. Also, it's using Shadow DOM, which is the new sort of like, oh, why are you using Shadow DOM? Well, unfortunately, the same reason. You can't really affect things and do like the micro little reloads and the targeted stuff like you can in some of the other frameworks that are pure JavaScript. So we have to use the Shadow DOM right now. You don't personally, you don't like Angular. React is more good. Yeah, I've like there's things about Angular that I really like, and there's things about React that I really like. Personally, if I was forced to choose a JavaScript front end framework right now, I would choose Vue. And I also really like Vue here too. Even though like it is a lot closer to React than Vue is. And I get like confused and like Vue and Vue. I use both of them now a lot, and it's like, oh, the names are so similar. Vue is fantastic. I agree. I really like Vue. Okay, so what we're doing is we're building a brand new component for this, which is a LMS promo, is what we're calling it. Oh, you never tried Vue? Uh, I I believe so. The way I would describe it is it's halfway between Angular and React in a good way. Like maybe it's a little bit closer to React than Angular, but I sort of feel that it does things for you, but not too many things. And the other thing is it's big on having all of the stuff together in one thing. So you have your styles, you have your function logic, and you have your HTML all in one file, as opposed to in like a folder structure, which you can absolutely do in React if you want to. And I've become a fan of that. How do you improve DSA? I forget what DSA stands for. Oh, is it domain search? It's like is it the search engine stuff? Oh, sorry. I was still thinking in web stuff. Algorithms and data structures. How do you improve in that? Practice, really. Um, for me, I guess like there's two different areas where we're talking about practice, right? In one, it's you're trying to find a job, and so you just need to get better at the data structures and algorithms for whiteboarding interviews. And then the other one is how do you improve your data structures and algorithms usage in real life scenarios? Two completely different domains and two completely different suggestions for how to improve on that. For the interviews, there are plenty of sites out there, Lead Code, other things. Just like choose those and whiteboard them, like actually implement them on a whiteboard yourself, while talking out loud what you're doing, while standing up, while dressed in interview gear. That's what I would recommend. Oh, okay. And then for the real one, that is going to be become familiar with. I would actually, you know what? I would read game developer patterns, game programming patterns. Sorry, this one. This is an excellent book. I think I purchased it twice. I have it on I have it on Kindle, and I have it like around here somewhere. Oh no, I left it at the work office. But it's an excellent book. I love this book. And so there's you can read it for free if you want to sort of jump into it. There are it first talks about normal design patterns that are really good to know, and design patterns include some data structures and algorithms, but like probably like they all sort of like go together. It's like, okay, which design pattern do I want to use, and then which data structure sort of matches that design pattern. And so all of these, just sort of knowing what they are, will probably help out. Now, this book isn't for creating an engine per se, but it is probably going to help understand a little bit about how they work if you're sort of unfamiliar with them. So, for example, like the game loop of like how do games loop work, and how would you potentially implement a game loop in your engine? This goes through that. This goes through that a lot because in the many engines, people just customize it and rip out the game loop of the engine and write their own. Edible Mana, thank you so much for the 5 tier 1 subs, and welcome to the community. All the new all the giftees. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sorry, I don't have any like big huge things that show up on the screen when I have when somebody does subs or anything else like that. It's something I will eventually get to, but right now we've been working on just building this. Also, this is really bright. Let's turn that back on again. Edible Monad, you got to go walk your dog now. Thank you so much. Have a great dog walk, and good luck with your project. This implies there's an Uncle Scientist lurking in here. It's possible. However, when I've gifted subs in the past to other channels, I have noticed that you can click on something that says "here only" or "anyone." So it's also possible that they're not. It's unknown. Uh, you're gonna follow like making a simple game in Unreal, make a game without engine, make using an engine. Oh, nice. Okay, I know somebody that did that. They did it in JavaScript and web stuff. I think it might be a little bit easier in that because you can use CSS as the heavy lifter for a lot of animations, but and you have like graphics already built in. But no matter what, good luck. And if you've made it, let us know, and we'd enjoy to take a look at your stuff. WGPU, that's like the web's graphics programming stuff. I've not used it, but I've heard good things. All right. Also, hello, One Shield. It depends, Diablo. Like sometimes it's like if you go into it, you can choose. You can choose which one you want it to be. All right, so we have our high here. I want to we want to update this. This is as soon as I hit save, all of these are going to be errored out. So let's figure out what this is. So you are image tag is a void element and cannot have children. So it wants you to be It wants you to be like closed like that. You are, okay, so you need to be open like that. Close like that. Okay, you're the same thing. You're open, open. Come on. We can go to the end, I believe, with $sign. And then immediately. Okay, so we have you. Okay, next, you're the next problem. One problem I have with them is I keep on accidentally doing too many, going too far, like that. Okay, so we have all you. Okay, so only warnings, no errors. We're also ignoring all the props, so that's a thing. If we come back to here, where's my? Oh yeah, here we go. So here's what that center here looks like. What are you? Oh, it's this image that we don't have access to. So we actually don't want the image here. So we can get rid of that. Game stylist. Well, good luck with everything. Thanks for hanging out with us, and hope to see what you build. Hope to see what you build later. All right, so I want that centered hero to be the text that we put in. So that's gonna be the title here. So we're gonna change this. I want to be change till not until you. I want to change until you. There it goes. Props.title. We'll clone you. Okay. There we go with the learning management. We want to change that next text to be the description. So that is this one. So change until you. Props.description and we'll clone. Okay, so we got that. And then we have these primary button, secondary button, but I want to remove those and replace this with the children. So this will be the props.media, and we'll clone you. It's trying to load, but that didn't really work the way I was hoping it would. Okay. What's the key? Okay. Why did I suddenly forget the keyboard command for opening up? Oh, I was using the wrong ones. Okay. All right. Okay, so I have this media here. We have an error. Oh, the loading of this in a frame is denied by X-frame options. Okay, so directive set to same origin. So you're unhappy. That was probably the wrong link, which is unfortunate because I left. Here, we'll do this. I'll do this first video that I just have up here. I want to go into the embed. I want to find the source in here. Oh, because, okay. So it knows that it's from embed. There's an embed sort of link that goes in a middle inside of there. That's what's going on. Okay, so I want to frame full screen this, move right again. We have our media. Put you in. Save you. That didn't load an error. But also didn't load. Okay, so here's you. There's my YouTube video. Okay, first of all, is dark mode. Are you killing it? You're not killing it. Okay. What styles do we have? Do we have anything that is making it not display? I don't see anything off the top of my head. Oh, the content width is 0. That's something interesting here. Yeah, look at this. 0 by 0. We have padding. We have no, it has no width and height. I'm trying to set the width here. We have width and height is, oh, look at that. Oh, weird. Okay, so the width and height of 100% is absolutely killing it. I wonder if I have to set what the width is in here. So if we do width equals, well, I think it's an actual number. Let's try like I don't know, 720. Okay, so that's setting the width in here. So that's not, it's not exactly the problem. Do we need to set like a width and a height in here? Interesting that you're, okay, so you're doing position absolute. Text align center? That doesn't do anything. I do remember, okay, so this is the LMS promo. We had the YouTube video. Okay, so we have a line with align text. Let's try aligning this. We have the width and height, which are already setting here. So I don't need to set the width or the height. We can do align equals. This is a align text center. Okay. Now I have this style. So this is an example of what the components look like with inline styles inside of them. So I changed it from a function component to a style component. I'm pulling in stylist. I have some padding. I have height set to 0. Oh, right. There was some trick that I was trying to load to like make it actually appear, or like how I can style it the way I wanted to. I wonder if that's causing problems. So that was to a parent, I think. Where is the... Here's that stylist. So this is what the height 0 is set to. If I click on that, it doesn't do anything. So it's clearly not... Okay, the height 0 is probably fine. Oh, the position relative. Okay, so position relative is needed. And then we have our iframe. Now these have like width and height 100%. Do I need to set you to have a width and height of whatever this is? So like that would be 315 pixels, width 560 pixels. Oh, yeah. Actually, I think I do. Then it shows up exactly what I want. If I take off the height, then that works, and so the width can be whatever. Oh, and it goes to the maximum of the window of like whatever this video is. Oh, because I set the width here, so if it's anything, huh, that's still bigger than this. Okay, so I set the width and okay, I set the width and height to 100% here. Um, that's strange. So with the CSS macro, I can't remember if I can do any fun things with this. I might need to create this as a. Oh, I'm gonna have to look it up. Because over here we have the width and height. Okay, so that's set to you. So I need to update this to be probably equal to what we put in here. Okay. And actually, I don't need the height 100% at all. So if I remove you, I know this will disappear. That's fine. Okay, so for this style, I want to look up the CSS macro. I want to look up how do I use variables in here? Okay, CSS macro doesn't really help. Um, Style doesn't help either. There's a way to do that. Variable? Mm. There's a way to do it. I forget exactly how to do that. So I think what we have to do is switch from using CSS and create a string for this. Uh, Also, that style macro, I think we can just use a returns a style instance, and I pass it in a stir. But I can also do style new. And pass it in a stir. So that's probably what I want to do. Style new, pass it in a stir. Okay, so let's do change this to format. we're going to give it a reference to the format. We have the R# here. That's fine, I think. Then this width becomes that with pixel. And then we do this here. Oh, the module docs for the macros has an example. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Let me open that. Okay, string literal, the syntax similar to format. Create feature macros. I want to say that I have that. Well, right, because I'm using some of the other macros, I'm pretty sure. Oh, so it's CSS. And then I can do style new CSS. Okay. Oh, and it's a little bit of weird formatting. We use this dollar. Okay, so we use like almost JavaScript string literal syntax. Okay. And then this goes in afterwards. All right, let's try that. So instead of format, we'll use the CSS macro. So we don't need you. Change word. Okay, so we have CSS macro. This becomes dollar, and this will be width. Down here we'll have width equals props.width. It's a U32, so that implements copy. So that should be fine. So if I save you, you shouldn't be unhappy. You should still work. And if we come back to here, you're offset now. Cool. What did I do? Okay, so here's the text center. I don't see any padding or margin really. That's like forcing it to the right here. Here's the iframe itself. Okay. How about you? No padding, no weird padding, and that's the other stuff. Yes, left. Well, this top and left doesn't do anything either. Oh, now the width doesn't do anything. Cool. But the position absolute does. If I remove the position absolute, I don't need the top or left or the width. Do I just, does this just work? Do I just not need the styles? If I, okay. We have the align class, and then let's just say I remove that style. Does this just work? It just works. Cool. Okay. So we I built this for some reason, but I don't remember why. But I'm not going to keep it in if I don't need it. So if we come back later and we need another video and it just completely doesn't work, we're probably gonna have to do some nonsense like this. Luckily, this is in Git, so we can come back and look at the history of it and deal with it. So because of that, I feel pretty secure in just deleting it because we can just come back and get it later. So we have our width and height, which we're setting here. we have our property align class. Okay, so we have all of this is fine. All right, this gives us that. So I should be able to, in here, I can set width equals, let's say I want to make this like really big. So I could do like 7, let's do like 1024 on a width. I don't know. I'd probably have to look up what the range is, like what the appropriate one is. Let's say like I do 800 down. I don't know if it's even gonna try. That makes it nice and big. Are you actually 800 for real? Is this stretched? It doesn't look stretched, does it? Like the text all looks fine. Like the size is that, but I'm wondering if maybe the size is, that showing the exact size this is. Okay, so let's try something that would really stretch it out. Let's do like I don't know, 1800. Ah, I see. It's zooming in to make sure that it is 1800 in size. So that's not what I want at all. What I'd probably have to do, because I'm hard coding this, it's not that big of a deal, uh, right now at least. Let's go find. Okay, so here's the iframe. I want width. Oh, come on. Let me. If I edit as HTML, if I remove the height, does it auto figure it out? No. The height is absolutely necessary. So the width becomes 1024, and then I need to set the height to whatever the height of the video is. Oh, that's weird. So um I need to use the ratio correctly. And so looking at this, it's like 560 by 315 is what it recommends. 560 by 315. I mean, that should probably be fine. So what is that? Change word 560. 315. I mean, that actually looks pretty good and fits in with everything else. And then we can sort of update that. But if I want to change it bigger or smaller, I'm gonna need to keep the ratio exactly the same. So whatever the 516 by 315 ratio is. Could I use a CSS aspect ratio? I don't think I've ever done that. Let's find out. Uh, one big thing is trying to style iframes is really hard. Aspect ratio. So I can do. Huh. I don't know which one I would want. Like, can I actually set it to something like that? Also, hello, Josh Finney. Um, are these the only choices? Like, could I set to 16 by 9? Oh, it doesn't yell at me. Okay, so if I do that, and then we set the width to like I don't know, um, let's do 1200 pixels. Okay, that lets me control it with that. That's nice. But it's the same problem. I feel like it's not really doing what I want. How about height? Okay, and then if I also set width to be 1200 pixels. Yeah, it's now just zoomed in. So it feels like it's the same problem. It feels like this aspect ratio is doing absolutely nothing. And then scrolling through here with these being set, not really helping. If we do, you don't do anything. Okay. Right, but I don't know. What are the different aspect ratios that I can choose from? I don't know. I'd have to go look it up to see how I can do that. Uh, but apparently I can just style the width and height here, and it would be fine. Looks like padding bottom was a trick to get a 16 by 9 ratio. Oh, I can do a padding bottom. What would I want to set it to though? I don't know. But here, like, I don't really care about. I I guess like I'm okay with keeping the width and height sort of set like this right now. Oh, that was a trick. Okay. That was a trick to get the 16 by 9 ratio. Interesting. Okay. I probably found that online when I was doing searching for like embedding YouTube in something. I wonder if I was also trying to like resize to different things. Although apparently I can resize and maybe keep the aspect ratio myself. But I also wonder, like, was I trying to like do width and height as percentages? Because if I do 100%, that becomes really small. Do I have to set you to have like a width and height? So width, I don't know, 1200 pixels. Height, yeah, I would have to set somewhere something has to know how tall it is for it to work. And then it will sort of figure it out. So if I do 1200 pixels again, then yeah, it's the same sort of problem here. And if I go back into you, we take the height off, it's cutting off down here. And so as we actually, is that the normal size? Oh, I think this height is what's taking it. No, now I'm just confused. I don't know what's happening anymore. Uh, I think we're just gonna accept this for what it is right now. If I need to do actual styling on it, it's gonna be fine. Most people, like, if you're actually trying to read something, you're gonna full screen it anyways, or just go to YouTube. So I think this is gonna be fine. And if we need like a better one, we can remake the YouTube media or like create a new YouTube media video component. So let's go take a look at this. We have a headline, a title, a description, and we have the video. We want it to be sort of like smaller than everything else and centerable. And then this looks exactly like what we have there. So I'm happy with that. If we turn off, so sorry, I'm going to turn off dark mode really quickly. There's no, I don't see any like discoloration like you see with dark mode on here. So that actually is going to make it look fine. And yeah, that's it. So we have a LMS promo set up. Let's make sure we've got everything saved. So I want save and quit out of here. Save and quit out of here. Okay, everything is still compiling fine. We have you all, so we're updating you. Okay, so this is created component and prototype for LMS promo. And I will push that up. And you can quit, so I don't need you anymore. And I think we're good. I think we're ready for the next one. Oh, I can turn you off too. Excellent. Okay, so I think we're all good here. Tomorrow I won't be available for streaming because I have to go into the office. So the next time I'll be online is going to be on Thursday morning, and the plan is we're gonna work on community driven here. This is a community section. I want to say that these are pretty much exactly the same as here. So I actually don't think I need to. Okay, we don't need to do that one because we already have that. Okay, we need a community banner. So this is going to be a banner with a left media. So we can put a video in here. Okay, so we're going to put a video in here, and then we're going to have the right stuff. So it's going to be hero for that. This is what we're going to be working on next. So I will see you all on Thursday. Have a great couple days. Have a great rest of your day. And see you next time. Bye.